Hello everybody, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a 10-year follow-up review on the StrongArm hood struts, also called lift supports, and then afterwards I'm going to be showing you how to replace them again. And this is going to be an extra special video for me today because 10 years ago I made my first ever car repair video showing you guys how to replace your hood struts. And over these last 10 years I've amassed 4,600 subscribers and 1.6 million views. And that is absolutely crazy. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support you've given me all these years. And so I actually have a special announcement. I'm actually going to be changing my YouTube channel name from Incineration to Car Repairs Made Simple. It sounds better to me. It sounds more professional. It actually makes sense and goes with the content of my videos. And hopefully it'll be a lot easier for people to find. But enough talking. Why don't we get started? And I'm going to start by showing you how to purchase your parts. So now it's time to purchase some parts, and I personally like to go to the manufacturer's website to confirm the part number because the part catalog on various websites such as Amazon and Rock Auto aren't always entirely accurate, so it's always safe to double check with the manufacturer. So we're going to come to strongarmliftsupports.com and we're going to enter our vehicle. I have a 2002 Acura TL. Click the Find button. And here's our part number, E4160, and you can feel free to click on it, and there'll be a bunch more information regarding your part, all the specifications. And so you can get them on Amazon. This is where I purchased them 10 years ago. And this is for a quantity of 1, so make sure to enter 2 in your cart. The price may vary from part to part depending on what is needed for your vehicle. Here they are for my car at $18.24, so a quantity of 2 would bring it to $36.48. You might also be able to get it a little bit cheaper on Rock Auto here. You can see it's $10.16 each. Again, don't forget to enter a quantity of 2. And then depending on where you live and how much the shipping will be, it's about $11 to $13. So yeah, check here as well for the best deal possible. Now we're just going to do a side-by-side comparison of the old strut and the new one. And also we'll just take a look at the packaging. We can see that it has changed a little bit. The old packaging was white, it wasn't see-through, and it was sealed. This one appears to be clear, and it's also no longer sealed, you can see. Not a big deal though. Looking at the actual struts themselves, you can see the old one has a silver rod, this one has a black rod, shouldn't make a difference. But the biggest and most disappointing difference is the fact that the old one was made in the USA and these are now made in China. Rather unfortunate, but it's a good product, so I'm going to continue using them. So a major factor that affects the performance of these hood struts is the temperature. The warmer they get, the more likely they are to work and hold your hood up. Whereas on the opposite end of the spectrum, the colder it gets, the more likely they are to fail at holding your hood up. So we're going to do a couple series of tests at different temperatures to see how well they work. So this is a best case scenario. I just got back from a drive and the car is at full operating temperature. It's also 58 degrees out. So let's pop the hood and see how well the hood struts work. And it wants to fall at first. Sometimes if I hold it for 10 to 20 seconds, it usually stays up. There we go, I just had to hold it for about 10 seconds and the hood struts are still working. Now we'll do a test at 54 degrees with the coolant all the way down. The car's been sitting overnight. Let's see how well the hood struts work now. So we'll pop the hood. And let's see if we can get this hood to stay open. Initially, it does not want to stay up. Sometimes if I hold it for like 20 seconds, it'll stay. So let's give that a try. And right now it's 54 degrees. Pretty average day. And the colder it gets, the worse the performance of these hood struts will be. So if it can't stay up now, it's not going to stay up when it's colder. So almost, it started to grab a little bit, but then it gave out. I'll give it 10 more seconds. All right, let's see if I can get to stay. Nope, it just does not want to stay. 10 years old. They just don't want to work anymore, so it's time to replace them. Since we don't really care about ruining the old hood struts, what I'm gonna do is simply take a locking pliers and clamp it on there to keep the hood up in the meantime. And then we're gonna take the old hood struts out, and all we need is a flathead screwdriver. So we'll come over to the first one here, and there's a little clip located right there. We're just gonna dig our screwdriver under there, and we're gonna kind of yank that little clip out. There we go. That's the one on top. And now we just got one more on the bottom. So same thing, we're gonna take our screwdriver, kind of wedge it on under there, and pry it on out. Ones on are good. There it goes. Set our screwdriver down, and then we can just pop it on off. Same thing with the bottom, we'll just pull it on out, and out it comes. So before we can put the new struts on, you'll notice that the orientation isn't exactly correct. The ball down here lines up, but the top one up here does not. So all we have to do is take the top end on the rod and rotate it about 180 degrees. Just turn it around, and I think that should be good. I'll rotate it just a little bit more. Okay, and now we can put it back on, so it just simply pops in on the bottom, and we can pop it in on the top. Might need to lift up the hood, and there you have it. Then we can come over to the other side, and we can remove our clamp, and you can see with the one, it's already holding up the entire hood. So why don't we take out the other hood strut while we're at it. So again, take our flathead screwdriver, we'll just pry it up on under there. Almost, there it goes. Out comes the clip. And we got one more on the bottom. Get it under there, let me switch hands. There we go. Oop, that one went flying. That's okay. And then just in case the hood comes crashing down, since it's only going to be supported by one hood strut, I'm going to support the hood with my hand, and then I'll rip it out. And out it comes. Unfortunately, it looks like the hood can't be supported with just one hood strut, so let's get that other one in. All right, and so same thing, putting it back in. We're just going to ensure that the rod is facing the orientation that needs to. So we'll start with the bottom. We'll just kind of clip it in. Same thing with the top. Might need to lift up the hood a little. And that's all it takes. Let's let go of the hood. Looks pretty good. We're just going to ensure that everything's locked in and not going to come out. It's solid. Let's check out the other side. Top looks good. Bottom looks good. All right, let's just remove my tools. And let's give it a test. Oh yeah, nice and solid. Let's sit for a second. And let's lift it up. Hands free. Goes flying up. Be careful. Awesome. Again, these are the StrongArm hood struts. One more test. Wow. Fantastic. There you have it, everybody. The new hood struts are in. So as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and also thank you so much for following on my journey as I took care of this car and repaired it over the last 10 years. I bought it when I was 19 years old with 168,000 miles, and now 10 years later, it's got 343,000 miles on it. And, you know, one day I just looked at the hood struts and thought, all I need is a flathead screwdriver? Psh, I can do that. And then one project after another, I just looked at it and thought, man, brake calipers, all I gotta do is remove 4 bolts. That's easy enough. And before you knew it, I'm making YouTube videos showing people how to fix their cars. And hopefully watching these videos will give you the confidence to work on your own car, and maybe you'll learn faster than I did. Hey, for that matter, who knows? Maybe you'll open up your own shop, become a mechanic. The possibilities are endless. And so if you found this video helpful, why don't you go ahead and click that like button. It certainly helps me out a lot. And for that matter, why don't you consider subscribing too, where you're going to find a whole bunch of other videos on my channel just like this one, where I show you how to repair your car. And so as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great day and take care.